Welcome to Mystery Monday. I'm your host, Marilyn, a distant relative of Alfred Hitchcock. Hi everyone. I got carried away with the music. This is my second episode recreating Janelle, who we lost last year. She had a booktube channel, Too Fond of Books, and she was the queen of March Mystery Madness. So I thought I would recreate her series where she took a book from her backlist and presented it to her audience. So I'm going to do the same thing for March Mystery Madness, and if people like it, I'll continue. Though like I said on the last video, I don't have a vault like Janelle did, but I do have a collection of mysteries. So today I'm going to talk to you about Patricia Wentworth. If I have to describe Patricia Wentworth, she was sort of a combination of Agatha Christie's Miss Marple and maybe a little bit of Sherlock Holmes, and she was born during Victorian times. And she started out writing romance and suspenseful romance, and it carried on in some level with her other books, which featured a wonderful detective, Miss Silver. Now let me tell you about Miss Silver and Patricia Wentworth. Patricia Wentworth was born in 1877 in India, and she died in 1961, so she has a lot of books. And one interesting fact I found out about her is that she won the Melrose Prize, which is, I'm not sure what it is, it's a British prize, in 1910 for her first novel, A Marriage Under the Terror, set in the French Revolution. But she's more famous for her mysteries and crime novels. So who is Miss Silver? Now, like I said, if you take Miss Silver was a governess. And what I like about her, she has a Victorian feel about her. And I'm sure that Patricia Wentworth drew her from people that she might have known as a child in her past. She's a wonderful character. I love Miss Silver. And I do have quite a collection. One is coming this week, but these are my own books, and I have a few more on my shelf. But Miss Marple, like I said, was a governess, and she turned to private detective, and she was very grateful because she was very poor as a governess, and she had to live in other people's houses, and now she has her own house, and she's grateful every day because of that. And I love that about her. She works closely with Scotland Yard. One of her former students is now Inspector Frank Abbott, and he loves her. He respects her, and he depends on her for his detecting. So Lady's Bane, the book I'm going to talk about today, is number 22 of the Miss Silver mysteries. And I thought it was very, very good, if not one of the best Miss Silver books that I read. What is it about, of course? So, immediately on her arrival in Lady's house, Eon Muir realizes that all is not right with her newly married sister, Allegra. The town of Bleak is charming, but the medieval manor house itself, known by a sinister local legend as Lady's Bane, is full of gloomy depths and twisting staircases. Her brother-in-law, Geoffrey Trent, intends to purchase the expensive property, for which he is clearly infatuated, although his wife seems frightened by it. What I love about this book, especially, of course, Miss Silver, but what I love about this book, and it says it here, the unearthly opening scene in a London fog sets a fine mood of evil in the everyday, which is well sustained, I guess, throughout the novel. And I really it was spooky, and I want to read a little bit of the writing to you. So what happened was, she meets a friend and she goes out into the London fog by accident, and she knew this part of London like the back of her hand, and the station was not more than 5 minutes walk. Yet before the 5 minutes she was lost. She had somehow missed a turning which she ought to have taken. Well, that was quite simple. She must go back and find it. She turned, walked for another 5 minutes, and knew that she had got right off the track. And what was worse, she had walked into a much denser patch of fog. If it had been like this in front of the club, she never would have started out. As it was, she had no idea of how far she had come or in what direction. She found that she had no ideas about anything. No amount of darkness is so bewildering as fog, since it not only baffles but confuses every sense. The eye still sees, but what it sees bears no relation to reality. The ear still hears, but it can no longer decide what is near and what is far. Everything is unnatural, distorted. Well, she must keep on walking. These London fogs vary very much in density. She might at any time emerge from the worst of it, or at the very least come out upon some thoroughfare where she can ask her way. If it was as thick as this, it would be too much to hope that the buses would be running or that there would be a taxi, but someone would be able to tell her the way to the tube. Someone? So that's really spooky even to begin with, and it really sets the scene of this book. I love this very much, and I recommend it. So I hope that you like this series. Please like, subscribe, and I love your comments. So please tell me what you think of this book. Have you read Miss Silver? I really, really recommend Miss Silver, if you like, especially if you like Miss Marple and Agatha Christie, as Janelle did. And that is one of the reasons why I'm talking about Miss Silver, because she had started reading and we read a few together. And a few of the books, and I'll just say, is She Came Back, wonderful. A book that I just bought, The Case is Closed, that I haven't read yet. And one that I read with Janelle, The Listening Eye, which she really enjoyed a lot. So if you have any questions about any of these books, please ask me in the description. Please ask me down in the comments. And I'll be back with more March Mystery Madness. So until we meet again in my next video, I wish you all good health, and as always, aloha.